Good evening, and welcome to Stoughton High School's third annual Scholarship Night. It's an evening designed to acknowledge, recognize, and honor the hard work and dedication of our scholarship winners. I would ask that the audience please stand for the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be sung and presented by Samantha Rohn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Very nicely done, Ms. Rohn. We gather tonight to award to you, the class of 2017, one or more scholarships. You are each here tonight because you've applied for, worked for, and earned recognition by receiving one or more of these scholarships. These scholarships are based on different criteria and are granted to you in order to provide you with a foundation for your future. Though we celebrate you as a class on class night and in graduation, tonight, we recognize you individually for the myriad of reasons you have earned a scholarship. For some, it is based on academic achievement, community service, extracurricular participation, while others may be based on future career goals, financial need, or some combination of these. This evening, we will be announcing 93 scholarships to 223 recipients, totaling approximately $154,000. Several of our scholarship sponsors have joined us this evening, and I'd like to take a moment to thank them on behalf of the class of 2017. You give, in many cases, without knowing the recipients personally. It is your selfless act that helps lighten the burden of educational expenses and provides our students with more opportunity for a brighter future. Your generosity is something the high school community members are extremely grateful for. To the class of 2017, there is an important takeaway message through the gift of a scholarship. It is this: pay it forward. Show kindness to others, whether you know them or not. One good deed might not seem like much, but if everyone did something good for someone else, then the cycle of generosity and kindness can inspire us to become better people and create a better place to live. Live by the example that has been set here tonight through the generosity of our scholarship donors. Use the opportunity they have given you to pursue your hopes and dreams. Continue to be a lifelong learner, improve on yourself, and make this world a better place. Now, let's get started. We will be announcing the scholarships in mostly the order they appear in the booklet. To our seniors, when you hear your name called, please come to the stage to receive your scholarship. After receiving your scholarship, please pause for a moment at the bottom of the stairs so that Mr. Pickett can take your picture. Are we ready? Here we go. Our first scholarship this evening, the Academic Achievement Award. One scholarship in the amount of $300 goes to Connor Kavanaugh. Connor will be attending UMass Amherst and will be studying mechanical engineering. And I forgot to mention my wonderful assistants up here. Joining me this evening are Assistant Principal Mr. Alan Bontier and Dean of Discipline Mr. Derek Small. All right, the AMVETS Auxiliary Charles H. Lane Post 1988 Scholarship, given to a graduating senior who shows patriotism, a desire to do her best, and a concern for others. One scholarship in the amount of $200 goes to Kaylee Ferreira. Kaylee will be attending UMass Amherst in the fall. The Scott Andrews Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Samantha Rohn. Samantha will be attending the University of Dayton and studying music therapy. The William A. Beatty Sr. and Family Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 will be presented this evening by Mrs. Virginia Beatty.
I am here not only to give a scholarship. I have another reason. I want to say goodbye to A building. That's the building with the front door on Pearl Street. It housed 4 classes of graduates: seniors, juniors, sophomore, and freshmen. The seniors knew the freshmen knew the seniors. Yes, the classes were much smaller. My older brother graduated from A building. My husband and I graduated from A building. Gosh, that class of 1944, that makes me 91 years old. I think I better slow down. Bill played football, and I was a cheerleader. We didn't throw anybody up in the air in those days. His number was 7. We had 7 children. Good thing his number wasn't 20. All 7 children graduated from Stoughton High School. And I think that's enough about me. Now it's Michael's year to shine. Michael Beatty.
You forgot the back.
I know, that's it. Shall I just give it to him?
Yeah, he'll come over.
I don't know where he gets the height. Good luck, honey. Good luck.
Very nicely done. I hope I'm in that good a shape at that age. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Roy H. Beaton Endowment Fund was established in 2008. This year, we will be awarding 2 scholarships in the amount of $10,000 and 20 scholarships in the amount of $1,000. There are quite a few names here. I'm going to read off 20 names who are receiving the amount of $1,000, so please hold your applause until the end. Hannah Arujo, Vandy Bontemps, Angel Camillo, Kelly Corrigan, Leanne Cross, Kristen Jolly, Caitlin Young, Jordan Lazarian, Hannah Morgan, Lilina Jem, Tina Oliveira, Jelly Perez Abreu, Ryan Pierre, Janessa Quintana, Carmencita Rivera, Aaliyah Robinson, Crystalline Selden, Graciela Terranes, Anne Sachelle Tibald, Matthew Valley. Hannah will be attending Providence College. Vandy will be attending UMass Amherst and studying exercise and health sciences. Angel is heading to UMass Amherst and studying music education and performance. Kelly is heading to Mount Ida. Leanne is heading to Merrimack College and studying human development and elementary education. Kristen is heading to Bryant University to study applied math and statistics. Caitlin will be on her way to Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Jordan is going to Nova Southeastern University and studying business. Hannah will be joining her classmates at UMass Amherst and studying social sciences and education. Lily is heading off to Boston University to study neuroscience. Taina is heading to UMass Amherst. Miljelly is heading to UMass Amherst and studying architecture. Ryan is heading to UMass Amherst and studying computer science. Janessa is going to University of New Hampshire and studying nursing. Carmencita is heading to Mount Ida College to study forensic science. Aaliyah is heading to Clemson University. Crystalline to UMass Dartmouth to study psychology. Graciela to Florida Atlantic University to study elementary ed and neuroscience behavior. Anne is going to Framingham State University to study biology. And Matthew Valley is heading to UMass Dartmouth. Congratulations to all our winners. The following students will receive a Beaton Scholarship in the amount of $10,000. They will receive $2,500 a year for 4 years. Please welcome to the stage Maria Yatanis and Shannon Flaherty. Maria will be heading to Clemson University in the fall to study art, and Shannon will be going to Stonehill College to study management. The Anita Sarah Brennan Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Stephanie Ortiz. Stephanie will be attending Anna Maria College and will be studying nursing. The Timothy E. Bulger Memorial Scholarship has 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each and will be awarded by Miss Kathy Bulger.
Good afternoon, class of 2017. It is my honor to present the Timothy Bulger Scholarship today. My older brother Tim passed away suddenly in the spring of 2015. To honor his memory and his love of this town, our family and friends created a scholarship to be awarded to a graduating senior who attended the Joseph H. Gibbons Elementary School and who's given back to the members of the town of Stoughton through community service. My brother was the person people called when they needed help. He was the first to show up and the last to leave. He worked for the town of Stoughton, maintaining the athletic fields for over 25 years. He would be outside during all kinds of weather, lining the fields, mowing the grass, fixing holes, pitching mounds, or even attending the games with his girls or his nephews. Every year, I challenged myself to be more like my brother. I try to give as much of my free time as possible, helping, working, or doing things for other people. I now challenge all of you to do the same in Tim's example. Give back, offer to help, be the person people can call when they need something, and above all, show up. Do what you say you're going to do, and always have a smile on your face when doing it. I can't tell you how many stories I heard about my brother helping out his friends the last week that he was with us, even total strangers on the street. It's this commitment of giving back to the community that the scholarship committee focuses on when selecting the recipient of this award. This year, due to the overwhelming generosity of our immediate family and friends, and many people who simply heard about Tim and his commitment to community service, we, my family, and I decided to offer not 1 but 2 scholarships this year. The 2 recipients of the graduating class of 2017 have combined for over 500 hours of community service here in the town of Stoughton. They have given their time to residents with ages that range from preschool through retirement, from being camp counselors, helping at the Gibbons School Fair, to working with the police and fire departments and Stoughton Youth Baseball, all whose areas had special meaning to my brother. This year, we would like to award the scholarships in his name to Jack Conley and Kayla Medeiros.
The James A. Callanan Memorial Music Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $250, goes to Matthew St. Clair. Matthew will be enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. The Adele Karen Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $1,000, goes to Janelle Gibson. Janelle will be attending the Bridgewater State University. The Christensen Music Scholarship in honor of Ronald J. Christensen, Jr., 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, will be awarded to Samantha Rohn. Club Louis de Camo Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be awarded to Courtney Silva. The Diana Beth Cooper Memorial Scholarship, 2 scholarships in the amount of $300 each, go to Jared DeRosa and Andrew Iverson. The Francis T. Mike and Helen N. Crimmins Memorial Scholarship, 2 scholarships in the amount of $500 each, go to Elizabeth Noe and Michael Beatty. Elizabeth will be attending Wentworth University of Technology to study mechanical engineering. The Damon Lodge, number 12, Knights of Pythias Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $300, goes to Kayla Oliveira. Kayla will be attending Emmanuel College and will be studying biology. The Daniel F. Davis Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Matthew Gallagher. Matthew will be attending Massasoit Community College to study mathematics. The Joseph R. Daw Jr. Elementary School Outstanding Citizen Scholarship in memory of Bertha E. Landman, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to James Teixeira. James will be attending Wentworth Institute of Technology. The Joseph R. Daw Jr. Elementary School Outstanding Citizen Scholarship in memory of Irene Steinberg, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to David Torgo. David will also be attending Wentworth Institute of Technology to study architectural engineering. The Joseph R. Daw Jr. Elementary School Outstanding Citizen Scholarship in memory of Charles C. Tucker, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Kayla Oliveira. The Del Signore's Law Scholarship for Success, 1 scholarship in the amount of $1,000 and 2 scholarships in the amount of $500 will be presented by attorney Michael Del Signore.
The winner of the $1,000 scholarship was Carolyn Woodward. And the winner of the $500 scholarship was Zachary Ferreira and Matthew Gallagher.
Zachary will be attending Mass Maritime Academy to study engineering, and Matthew Gallagher will be heading to Massasoit Community College, and Caroline Woodard is heading to UMass Amherst to study marketing. The Bob DiMatteo Memorial Scholarship, 2 scholarships in the amount of $500 each, go to Nicholas Hardy and James Tashara. Nick will be attending UMass Amherst, and James will be attending Wentworth Institute of Technology. The John L. Donnelly Jr. Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $250, goes to Kelly Corrigan. The Arthur L. Donovan Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $200, goes to David Salucci. David will be attending UMass Amherst to study chemistry. Elite Health and Fitness Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $1,000, will be presented this evening by Miss Joanne Callanan.
In behalf of Al Texter, who enjoyed elite health and fitness, I'd like to give this scholarship to Ryan Michael Sullivan.
Ryan will be attending St. Anselm's College, majoring in nursing in the fall. The Peter Everett Scholarship in memory of Donnie Coleman, 1 scholarship in the amount of $300, goes to Bertia Barbell. Bertia will be attending Massasoit Community College and will be studying liberal arts psychology. The Kenneth C. Fine Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $250, goes to Tana Oliveira. The I.J. Fisher Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Natalie Castro. Natalie will be attending Plymouth State University. The James H. Fowler Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $1,000, goes to Davis McGrath. Davis will be attending Bridgewater State University to study early childhood education. The Friends of Stoughton Hockey Paul Rodriguez Scholarships gives 7 scholarships each in the amount of $500 and will be presented this evening by Miss Samantha Baton.
All right, so the first scholarship goes to Ryan Baresh, who will be attending Westfield State University and studying history. Ryan Shipman, also attending Westfield State University and studying criminal justice. Shippy's not here? Oh, the second one is Ryan Shipman, attending Westfield State University and studying criminal justice. Next, we have Cam Doherty, attending UMass Amherst and studying engineering. We have Kyle Fraga, studying at Massasoit Community College. Nick Hardy, studying at UMass Amherst. Jonathan Lessa, going to the U.S. Coast Guard. And Mia Russell, studying at Bridgewater State University, elementary education.
The Gibbons School PTA Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Maria Yatanis. The Jen Gito Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Lino Azul. Lino will be attending Springfield College and will be studying movement studies, physical and health education. The Goddard Health Foundation, 3 scholarships in the amount of $2,500 each, go to Crystalline Selden and Stevens and Vandy Bontemps. Crystalline will be attending UMass Dartmouth and will be studying psychology. Stevens will be attending UMass Amherst and will be studying pre-med. And Vandy will be attending UMass Boston and will be studying exercise and health science. The Paul M. and Elizabeth A. Goulston Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Amelia Cochran. Amelia will be attending UMass Amherst and will be studying chemistry. The Gridiron Club Scholarship, 2 scholarships each for $300, go to Lino Azul and Ryan Sullivan. The Helen Hansen PTO Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $300, goes to Jonathan Podesta. Jonathan will be attending the University of Maryland to study international relations. The Hardy Insurance Agency Scholarship, 2 scholarships for $250 each, go to Nicholas Hardy and Kaylee Ferreira. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Ann and Dave Hoffman to present the next 2 scholarships.
Good afternoon. Thank you for letting us share this event with you today. It's an honor to be here. We're here today to present scholarships in memory of our son, Jake Hoffman. For all of you that don't know Jake, he was a 2009 graduate of Stoughton High School. As a student, he was actively involved in soccer and DECA and other extracurricular activities. He was captain of the varsity soccer team. Jake was well known at Stoughton High for his kindness and his spirit. He was quick to offer a handshake, an embrace, a kind word, and a flash of his big, beautiful smile. He was loved for his accountability and his presence in the lives of his friends and family. He was a great listener who made time to always help those in need. He made everyone he met feel like an old friend. Jake left Stoughton, as many of you will do, to begin the next chapter of his life. He started at UMass Lowell and then transferred to UMass Amherst, the Eisenberg School. At the Eisenberg School, he made many friends in college and was highly involved in clubs and organizations at UMass Amherst. One of his proudest moments was being elected the vice president of the Jewish Student Union, even though he wasn't Jewish, but because of his can-do attitude. Tragically, this chapter of his life was very brief, as he had just returned for his last semester, his senior year at Amherst. The day before the spring semester began, he passed away when his condo caught on fire and he didn't get out. We're fortunate enough to present 2 different scholarships in his memory. We have the Kick It for Jake Scholarship, where we're honoring 2 people. And then we have the Jake Hoffman Memorial Scholarship, where this year we're honoring 12 people. The Kick It for Jake Memorial Soccer Tournament, as some of you may know, is our annual soccer fundraiser. It was created by Jake's good friend, Frankie Faria, one of his lifelong friends, along with the help of the Vargas brothers. Frankie wanted to remember Jake and honor his memory through a fun-filled day-long soccer tournament. This year, the soccer tournament will be held on June 17th. We have about 32 teams participating. We also have raffles, music, food. It's a really good time. So if you're around, please stop by. It's a lot of fun. The second scholarship we offer, the James Hoffman Memorial Scholarship, is offered here, and we also have an endowment scholarship at UMass Amherst in the Eisenberg School. So for all of you kids going to the Eisenberg School, please apply. And just please remember when you accept these scholarships that the funding comes from everyone that supports our events. So consider your scholarship a group gift from the town that loves you, has nurtured you, and wants you to succeed. And now, I have to say this year we had a really hard time choosing the winners. The Kick It for Jake winners are Matthew Gallagher and Marissa Romano. And the James Hoffman Memorial Scholarship winners are Samantha Arnott, Ryan Baresh, Luke Johnson, Mackenzie Lally, Lucas Lubinsky, Lindsay McGrath, Kayla Medeiros, Hannah Morgan, Tim Rake, Mia Russell, Lauren Sears, and David Twergo. Thank you all. Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations.
The Honeydew Donut Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $250, goes to Jonathan Julian. The Paige Christina Jackman Scholarship, two scholarships in the amount of $1,000, go to Alexis Jackman and Hannah Morgan. Alexis will be attending Westfield State University to study elementary education. The Jake's Wayback Burgers Scholarship, three scholarships in the amount of $200, go to Stevens Bontemps, Jeremy Fishman, and Marco Antunes. Jeremy will be attending Bryant University to study actuarial science, and Marco will be attending Gordon College to study global Christianity. The Mary T. Kimtis Varsity Cheerleader Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Amanda Gallant. Amanda will be attending Bridgewater State University and studying business management. The Charlotte King Memorial Scholarship for Science, 2 scholarships in the amount of $250, goes to George Gordon Lembaugh and Nicholas Corrigan. George will be attending Quincy College, and Nick will be attending UMass Boston. Mrs. Corrine Maioli will now present the Francis E. Maioli Memorial Scholarship.
Well, I sat in this seat 40 years ago, so Mrs. Beatty has me way, like she's so far ahead, but I give her a lot of credit. This is the second year that we're providing this scholarship. My dad was a teacher in the Stoughton school system for 32 years. He loved teaching. Every day was an adventure, he said. He originally went to school to be an accountant. So he had a lot of fun teaching. He loved his students, he loved this community. I appreciate all the applicants, because when we got to read through, it's just so wonderful to see how great the students still are at Stoughton High. But there was one student that really stood out, so I reviewed them all. I sent them to my sister. She reviewed them all, and we came up with the same student because of some very specific things that he mentioned and his interest in teaching photography and art. So this year's scholarship is going to go to Lamont Hawley.
The Ann P. McCormick Pops Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Caroline Tobin. Caroline will be attending the Simmons College to study special education. The McGowan Family Scholarship in the memory of Karen McGowan, 1 scholarship in the amount of $750, goes to Matthew Gallagher. The Victor C. Melendi Foundation Scholarship, 3 scholarships in the amount of $1,000, go to Nicholas Hardy, Ryan Chipman, and Jordan Lazarian. The Catherine Marie Olson Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $300, goes to Zachary Ferreira. The Louise A. Packard Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $250, goes to Megan Iasco. Megan will be attending UMass Boston. The Parsley Team at We Realty Group Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $300, goes to Ryan Kilday. Ryan will be attending Wentworth Institute studying applied mathematics. The Peace Partner Award will be presented this evening by Mr. Dan Higgins.
I'm proud to be here on your special day and a representative of Veterans for Peace, the Smedley Butler Brigade. I'd like to thank the Stoughton Lions Club for matching our awards this year, so the recipients will be getting 2 checks. We have chapters in Okinawa, over 100 chapters across the country in Okinawa, Vietnam, United Kingdom, Ireland, and in Mexico, organized by deported veterans. So, let me get to the awards. Our first recipient is Lindsay McGrath. And the next recipient is Stevens Bontemps.
The Leocadia and Antonio Rafalco Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Angela Conley. Angela's dad, Mr. Conley, will receive her award on her behalf. She will be attending Northeastern University to study finance and business. At this time, I would like to call to the stage Mr. and Mrs. Ramos to present the Marissa Page Ramos Scholarship.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cameron Ramos, and I'm Marissa Ramos' brother. 3 years ago, on May 27, 2014, my sister Marissa unexpectedly passed away in her sleep. At the time, she was in her junior year here at Stoughton High, and she was an active member in the community. At SHS, she was a member of the student council, and she was also the member at large for the class of 2015. Marissa was also able to give back to the Stoughton community with countless hours of volunteering for the Stoughton Youth Soccer League. She loved being a Black Knight, and she loved this town and the people in it. Marissa faced many challenges in her life, however, that never stopped her for a second. Positivity poured out of her, and she had the ability to make anyone's day better with just a smile. She touched my family's life in such a meaningful way, and I know that the same could be said for those who knew her. My family and I have been very fortunate to have been able to establish the Marissa Page Ramos Memorial Foundation to remember my sister. Thanks to the unbelievable outpour of support and generosity to the members of the town of Stoughton and beyond, we have been able to raise money to give back to the community in Marissa's name so that we can honor her memory. After today, we will have given out over 30 scholarships these past 3 years to graduating members of Stoughton High School. This year, we have selected 11 members of the class of 2017 to receive scholarships. The seniors who applied for the scholarship were asked what magic they brought to the community through giving back. All of the applications that we received were amazing, and it was very tough to select the recipients of this year's scholarships. The 11 scholarship recipients will each be receiving $500, and we would like to thank the Stoughton's Lion Club for their generosity in helping us award a couple of the scholarship. Without further ado, this year's recipients of the 2017 Marissa Page Ramos Memorial Scholarship are Lino Azul, Alyssa Burkowski, Natalie Castro, Kaylee Ferreira, Zach Ferreira, Matthew Gallagher, Connor Kavanaugh, Mackenzie Lally, Samantha Roan, Lauren Sears, and Ariana Thomas. Thank you.
The Randolph Savings Bank Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Caitlin Young. Caitlin will be attending WPI in the fall. The Shirley Rapucci Memorial Scholarship, two scholarships in the amount of $500 each, go to Jonathan Podesta and Shayla Shadeen. Shayla will be attending UMass Boston in the fall. The Mina S. Richmond Awards, two scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each, go to Rebecca McSweeney and Artie Patel. Rebecca will be attending the College of the Holy Cross and studying biology. The Alyssa P. Seelig Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Courtney Weiner. Courtney will be attending Elon University to study journalism. The Shalo House Scholarship, 3 scholarships will be presented this evening by Rabbi Gerkow.
Okay, I'm Rabbi Gerko from Shayla House in Stoughton. Been here for over 30 years, serving the community and community at large, preschool, Hebrew school, and all kinds of other programs for the Jewish community. And it is my honor to come here every year, or for the last several years, to present scholarship for those students who have been associated with Shayla House, either through the preschool or the Hebrew school. And so today, it is my honor to present 3 scholarships, and they are from Shayla House and the Stoughton Lions Club. Today I'm presenting 2, Sophie Tomarkin, Jordan Lazarian, and Bertia Barbell. Thank you very much, and congratulations to the whole class of 2017.
The Richard Smith Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $150, goes to Rebecca McSweeney. The Sons of Italy Stoughton Scholarship, in memory of our beloved brothers and sisters, will be presented by Mr. Mike Samarco.
Well, welcome everyone. We have 3 scholarships to present to beautiful people. Number 1, for $1,000, Elizabeth Noe. Michael Beatty, where are you? Marissa Rose Romano. I know that. I remember your mother when she showed me how to cook. She made a sauce that was almost. Thank you. You owe 45 cents for the postage. I have a question. Off the record, is anyone looking for loom? Because Ski Tracy has 40 yards he has to get rid of. I'm serious. And it's free. Thank you. Pick it up. You know where Howie Hansen's store is? It's behind there.
Thank you, Mr. Samarco. You never know quite what you're going to get here at Stoughton High School. The Detective John P. Souza Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $350, will be presented by Mr. and Mrs. Gable.
Good afternoon. This scholarship is for a student who's going to continue their career, hopefully, in law enforcement. And we need a lot of good men and women out there. And we want to also thank the Lions Stoughton Club, who has matched our scholarship. So the recipient is Sophie Tamarkin.
The South School PTO Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, will be presented this evening by Miss Kim Lazarian.
Good evening. I'm honored to be able to present the scholarship on behalf of the South Elementary School PTO. I served on the PTO for many years and loved being a part of it. The young lady who will receive this award is more than deserving of it. Christian Jolly, congratulations, and please come up to receive this award.
The South Shore Bank Citizenship Award, one scholarship in the amount of $500, will be presented this evening by Miss Marina Oliveira.
Good evening. I'm here representing South Shore Bank with a Citizenship Award that is going to go to a student that has made his or her school a better place because they were part of it. A student that has demonstrated a commitment and concern for the community, and a student that has displayed personal qualities of sincerity, responsibility, and consciousness. And this student tonight is Mackenzie Lally.
Nora and Elmer Southworth History Scholarship. One scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Lubinsky Lucas. The Gary Stone Memorial Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Lubinsky Lucas. The Stoughton Association for Exceptional Citizens Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $250 goes to Hannah Morgan. The Stoughton Boosters Community Scholarship awards 5 scholarships. This evening, they will be awarded to DeJenny Alves, Patrick Dixon, Stephanie Ortiz, James Tashara, and Elizabeth Noe. The Stoughton Extended Day Scholarship, 7 scholarships in the amount of $250 each, go to Gia Williams, Leanne Cross, Megan Iesco, Alexis Jackman, Ryan Kilday, Kayla Oliveira, and Shayla Shadeen. The Stoughton High School Music Scholarships, 2 scholarships for $500 each, go to Angel Camillo and Janelle Gibson. The Stoughton High School Principals Award, 1 scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Tyrell Latouche. The Stoughton High School Student Council Scholarships, 1 for $1,000 goes to Jordan Lazarian. The Stoughton Historical Society John E. Flynn Memorial Award, 1 scholarship for $1,250 will be presented this evening by Mr. Dwight McCarran.
This award is presented to the Stoughton High School student who's contributed the most to local history. This 1250 is made possible with an extended grant from the Prone Foundation. This year's winner is John Podesta. To win this award, John had to study the diaries of John Flynn. This award was named after, and wrote a 2.5-page paper for us on John Flynn. John Flynn went to Stoughton High School around 1900. He didn't graduate, but he stayed with Stoughton High School, went to many of the graduations later in the A building, and he said by then there were more teachers at Stoughton High School than there were students when he was there. Finally, every picture I saw of John Flynn, he always had on a coat and tie. So I assume it's appropriate that Mr. Coat and Tie here wins the award.
The Stoughton Irish American Society Scholarship, one scholarship for $500, goes to Matthew Gallagher. The Stoughton Lions Club Scholarship in memory of all deceased members of the Stoughton Lions Club will be presented tonight by Paula Winskowitz, Don McSweeney, and Bob Mullen.
Good afternoon. My name is Bob Mullen. I'm the current president of the Stoughton Lions Club. And obviously on stage with me is Paula Winskowitz and Don McSweeney. I just want to mention a few things about the Stoughton Lions Club. We're part of an international Lions Club. There are over 46,000 clubs in over 200 countries. And that makes up about 1.5 million members. And we like to say that we're obviously honored to be here and part of the festivities of giving out these scholarship awards today. And one of the members asked me to make sure I say that our club meets a couple times a month. Please join us. We always try to give back to the community. Paula, you're up first.
I don't know why I'm really nervous, but I'm really nervous, so I just have to say it. I just want to say a quick thank you for having us here, and I was so honored to be part of the process for picking these scholarships. I was overwhelmed with how awesome you guys were during your interviews, and I just want to say congratulations. So I'm going to read the $1,000 scholarships. Hannah Arujo, Jonathan Podesta, Kellen Queenan, Megan Reed, just bear with me, people. Marissa Romano, Anne Sechelle Thebo. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Let's see. Noah Schultz and Elizabeth Noe.
I'll be presenting the $2,000 scholarships. We originally were going to do 3, but we were so impressed with all the students that came in that we're giving 4. So the first person is Shannon Flaherty. The second one is Joshua Roos. The third one is Ryan Sullivan. And the fourth one is Ross Shore.
All right, we have 3 more to give out. These are special awards. The first one goes to Ryan Kilday, a $3,000 scholarship. He's interested in math and robotics. The scholarship committee recognized his skills as a saver, hard worker, and I believe he's also captain of his golf team. All right, the second one goes out to Ryan Baresh. He's interested in studying history, and he told the committee that he supports and is dedicated to his family. And this is a $5,000 scholarship. And our final scholarship, it's our first annual Stoughton Lions Family Scholarship Award. It goes to Rebecca McSweeney. It's a $10,000 award. Rebecca is interested in studying biology, and she told the scholarship committee she wants to develop new biotechnology. And I believe you're attending Holy Cross. Congratulations. Thank you all.
The Stoughton Media Access Corporation, SMAC Scholarship, one $500 scholarship is awarded to Courtney Weiner, and Tyrell Latouche. The Stoughton Police Relief Association, one scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Nicholas Hardy. The Stoughton Professional Administrative Employees Association, one scholarship in the amount of $500 to Kyle Fraga. The Stoughton Public Works Employees Association Scholarship, two scholarships in the amount of $300, go to Kaylee Ferreira and Kayla Medeiros. The Stoughton Retired Educator Scholarship in memory of Joseph Daw, one scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Ross Shore. The Stoughton School Secretaries Association Scholarship, one scholarship in the amount of $500, goes to Christina Gellin. Christina will be attending Salem State University and majoring in public relations. The Stoughton Teachers Association scholarships, 9 scholarships in the amount of $400 each, will be presented this evening by Mrs. Kim Kellogg and Mr. John Gunning.
Good evening, class of 17. Mrs. Kellogg and I are honored to be here to represent the 350 teachers who are in the Stoughton Public Schools. First of all, to congratulate all of the members of the class of 2017 on all of your accomplishments, with best wishes for you that you will take what you learned here in Stoughton, build on it, on that foundation, and go out into that world and do many, many great things. We congratulate you. The recipients of the Stoughton Teachers Association scholarships, Hannah Arrojo will be attending Providence College. Leanne Cross will be attending Merrimack College to study human development and elementary education. Lubensky Lucas. Lubensky will be studying psychology at Bridgewater State University. Hannah Morgan. Hannah will be studying social sciences and education at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. Taina Oliveira. Taina will be attending UMass Amherst. Timothy Rake. Tim will be studying marketing at St. Anselm's College. Samantha Rohn. Samantha will be studying music therapy at the University of Dayton. And Marissa Romano. Marissa will be studying communications at the University of Rhode Island. Congratulations to all the recipients and to the class of 2017. Thank you.
The Stoughton Women's Club scholarships, 2 scholarships for $250 each, will be presented this evening by Mrs. Alice McGibbon and Ricky Sankrant.
Congratulations to all the 2017 graduates. And it's my pleasure and Ricky's Sonkrant's pleasure to award these 2 scholarships. One to Elizabeth Sears, Lauren Elizabeth Sears, and Nicole Rachel Sonkrant. Thank you.
The Stoughton Youth Athletic Club, STOYAC, Board of Directors Scholarship, 9 scholarships for $500 will be presented this evening by Mr. George Delinsky.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2017. I'd like to comment on a couple of things before we get into the scholarship presentations. I'd like to congratulate the high school football team, or the members of the team that are graduating this year, who in 4 years, on Thanksgiving Day, defeated our arch rivals Canton with an aggregate score of 136 to 33. And I think that's a tremendous accomplishment. The rest of the operation here is to award the scholarships. And starting with the first one, the STOYAC Board of Directors Scholarship is awarded to Carolyn Woodard. Carolyn was very active in our cheerleading program. Congratulations. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. The next recipient of our scholarship goes to Brendan Walsh. The STOYAC Board of Directors Scholarship. Brendan was active in our football program. And he may not even be here. The next one, a young lady who is active in our basketball program, is Lauren Sears. Oh, Brendan. Didn't think you were here. Thanks a lot. I'm not rushing anywhere. Another young lady getting a scholarship from STOYAC on the from the Board of Directors, active in our basketball program, is Kayla Oliveira. Another Stoyak Board of Directors scholarship for a young lady involved in our basketball program, helping out the kids, Lily Legime. Okay, sorry, I'm just waiting. I have nothing else better to do. She may show up. I can stay here forever. The next scholarship being awarded is one in memory of Bob Clem, who is very active as a coach in our football program, and that's going to Nick Hardy. Next scholarship being awarded is one from the Stoyak Board of Directors in honor of Dick Levine, going to Matthew Gallagher. Next scholarship being awarded is in memory of Bill Lawrence, who coached in our girls softball program, who tragically passed away, and that's being awarded to Sharon Flaherty. Getting down near the end. Next scholarship being awarded is in honor of Jean Dre, who's a longtime member of the Stoyak Board of Directors. So a young lady that was active in our basketball and softball programs, Megan Yasko. And the last scholarship being awarded to a young fella who I happen to know personally, who's involved in our basketball program, and he's receiving a scholarship in the honor of myself, and that goes to Ryan Dolinsky. Not the $10,000 one, but that was good. Okay, thank you very much.
The Stoughton Youth Baseball Scholarship, 6 scholarships for $300, are awarded as follows. In memory of Stacy Smith, Ryan Kilday. In memory of Victor Melendi, Matthew Gallagher. In memory of Paul Pushy, Ryan Biresh. In memory of James Wright, Timothy Rake. In memory of Alice Jasmine, Ryan Sullivan. And in memory of David Catalano, Joshua Roos. The Stoughton Youth Soccer Memorial Scholarships, 2 scholarships each for $750, will be presented by Mr. Mario Ramos. Instead by Cameron Ramos.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cameron Ramos, and I've been asked to present the Stoughton Youth Soccer League scholarships. Stoughton Youth Soccer has 2 scholarships to award this afternoon. The Cheryl Flanagan Memorial Scholarship is in memory of our long-term coach, board member, and volunteer. The Marissa Ramos Memorial Scholarship is in memory of our Stoughton Youth Soccer player, referee, and volunteer. Both Cheryl and Marissa served SYSL for many years and made our league a better place for the youth of Stoughton. The recipient of the Stoughton Youth Soccer Scholarship in memory of Marissa Ramos is Connor Kavanagh, and the recipient of the Stoughton Youth Soccer Scholarship in memory of Cheryl Flanagan is Samantha Roan.
The Dorothy F. Sweet Class of 1943 Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $300 goes to Luke Johnson. Lee Tang Scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Megan McSweeney. Megan will be attending Massasoit Community College and studying culinary arts. The TNT Driving School Scholarship, 2 scholarships in the amount of $250, goes to Samantha Roan and David Torgo. The Stacy Miriam Trushin Memorial Scholarship, 2 scholarships each for $600, go to Lindsay McGrath and Stevens Bontemps. The Suzanne Carroll Trushin Memorial Scholarship, 1 scholarship for $500, goes to Shayla Shadeen. There are 10 David James Wade Memorial Scholarships, each in the amount of $560. They are awarded to Michael Beatty, Nicholas Hardy, Kellen Queenan, Timothy Rake, Lauren Sears, James Tashara, Lubinsky Lucas, Graciela Terranes, and Jacob Treber. At this time, I would like to call to the stage Ms. Cynthia Walsh to present the Cynthia A. Walsh Scholarship for $500.
It's getting later. I think I can say good evening. If I did decide to marry, I was always going to marry an Adams or a Brown, because being a Walsh means the only person behind me in every class was Bobby Zeff. When I graduated from Stoughton High School, I received a scholarship. It allowed me to be the first member of my family to go to college. And when I came back, I went to work at the elementary school that I went to school at, and I taught there for 30 years. I taught some of your parents. I went to high school with some of your relatives. I even taught Mr. Small. But you have to realize they let teachers start at 15 in those days. The committee has selected to receive the Cynthia A. Walsh Scholarship, Taylor Nicole Cross.
The Richard L. Wilkins Scholarship Fund for $500 will be presented this evening by Miss Sandra Gropey.
I can reach. I wasn't sure when I got up here. Okay, so on behalf of the West Elementary School PTO, I am honored to give Christina Gellin. Christina will be going to Salem State University, and public relations will be our major.
And the last scholarship of the night is the Dr. Appleton C. and Dorothy Woodward Memorial Performing Arts Scholarship, presented by the Little Theater of Stoughton for $1,000, goes to Ross Shore. How about one last round of applause? Congratulations to all the class of 2017 scholarship winners, and thank you to our scholarship donors. If you could please join us downstairs in the cafeteria for a light reception. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.